Hello, everybody, and welcome to day 38 of my Forex trading journey. I hope each and every one of you are having an amazing day so far. This is the end of our trading week as it is Friday, so I'm looking forward to going ahead and ending this week on a strong note. Now, what we are going to need to go ahead and do is replace our account right here. As we can see, oil did indeed blow up on us, but that's okay. We learned something new in the market, learned a new lesson, so to speak, and this will allow us to make sure that we tweak our strategy for oil. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a new account right here. You can see how I did that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to adjust the point where we would go ahead and we would close that out. So now this is ready for new trading opportunities. And just taking a look right here, it does not look like we have anything to go off of as of yet. So it definitely appears I'll need to wait a little bit. But once I find that new opportunity, I'll let everybody know and we'll take it from there. All right, everybody, we are going to go ahead and take our first buy trade on oil and essentially go through our new strategies. So I'm actually going to go ahead and raise our or limit in terms of when we want to go ahead and close a trade. So for example, our low, it's about 87.843, as we can see right there on this candle. So I'm going to move this all the way down to about, instead of 50, we're going to go for 100 points this time. So I'm going to go 87.743. If I can get an 87.743, please. Come on. All right, perfect. So that will be our new point right there. So we got our first trade today, which is oil, and we'll go ahead and we will allow that particular trade to play out. So while we go ahead and wait for that trade to play out, I do want to go ahead and talk about our next subject in the Miracle Morning by Hal Chase, the book we've been talking about for a little bit now. And the next subject I want to talk about is what I would call the mediocre circle of influence. Now, research has shown that we virtually become like the average of the 5 people we spend the most time with. You know, they say in life that your net worth is your net worth. And in the case of what we want to do here, not just in the concept of Forex trading, but also in the concept of life in general, that's very true. You know, if you hang around with 5 positive people, you tend to be positive. If you hang out with 5 wealthy people, you tend to be a wealthy person. You hang out with 5 smart people, well, you tend to be a smart person. You hang around with 5, well, not so, what's the word I'm looking for? Great characters. Well, you end up not being a great character yourself. And the list goes on, right? So matter of speaking, you know, I always just go back to the old adage of your net worth is your net worth. And, you know, I interpret net worth again in the realm of not just the financial, but the physical, the spiritual, the social, the emotional, and the social. And so spend time with as we had just said just a minute ago. Right now, before I do that, I really do want to just make sure that I grab the what I like to call the point right here. So 87.718. Just want to make sure I get that on there, and then that way, because we did enter our second buy trade on oil, because the candle did move, the buy candle did move over to the next candle. So I do definitely just want to make sure we got that on point. Okay, perfect. Okay, so spend time with positive, successful achievers, and inevitably, their attitudes and successful habits will reflect on you. You'll become more and more like them. So, again, I just think of my immediate circle, right? And I get to hang out with Salvatore Leto. I get to hang out with Dr. Luis Ariaza in the mornings, who, as I discussed, are very positive influences in my life. I get to hang out with a Dean Graziosi from time to time. In fact, I'll be going to one of his inner circle meetings later today. So that's another positive influence in my life. I went ahead and this week I went for a seminar with Robert Kiyosaki on Tuesday, another powerful person. I hung out with and now there's another good friend of mine that has been introducing me to some of the other projects that I had alluded to that we'd be talking about. And he's another powerful person in my life. And and I'm also hanging out with other people out in the world that also influence and shape my life as well. And the more time that I spend with these particular individuals, and I know I've already scheduled a couple of influential people to hang out with this upcoming next week as well. So I'll become more and more like them, and this will be true in every area, whether it's success, health, happiness, weight, income, all that good stuff. The more time that I spend with these people, the more that I will become just like them. If all of your friends are generally happy and optimistic people, then you are going to be naturally more happy and optimistic just by being around them. And that's the thing, right? I always want to, what I like to call, take inventory on the people that you are hanging out with. And I'm very grateful to be in a situation where I know exactly who needs to be in my life and who doesn't need to be in my life. That was one of the mistakes I was making before I turned, I would even say 27, was that I just allowed anybody to come into contact with me. And thus I had too much energy that was good or bad that was really messing up with my system, was really messing up with what I was trying to do, and which got me into a mess. So now I understood, okay, who who gets to be with me, and I've made a conscious decision on who those people are, and they've been with me ever since. And I hope to build with them. And again, this is all to help me understand, just allowing anybody in, as much as I want, as much as my mission is to help the world. They say to help the world, you must help yourself first. So I had to help myself in making sure that my circle, no matter who was in my circle, I just had to make sure that they were on what I like to call good on a good on good grounds with me. Because if I let anybody into my circle, well, that would have not necessarily been the best thing for me. So what I'm also gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna move my lines up just a little bit, just because I know that we're up 100 points already from the mark of our trade. So I do want to make sure that we go ahead and we cover that. So bear with me as I go ahead and I get that done. Right, 43, cool. Go ahead and do this. That is at 187.820. Okay. All right, cool. If all of your friends are successful, even if you entered, yeah, if all of your friends are successful, even if you enter their circle earning for less, you will automatically be pulled up by their level of thinking and influenced by the habits they've established to be successful. So, I do know that one particular way that I've been influenced by my circle is Dr. Luis Ariaza. I remember this powerful quote that he said, where he said, if the promise is clear, the price is easy. I know I've talked about that particular saying more than just once, but it is definitely true. And see, what that did for me was it opened my eyes to seeing, okay, so I understand that this promise I have right here is to do a great job, provide as much as education as I can to the community that's watching me. And because all this is happening, right, people are gaining knowledge at, every shape or form in one particular aspect or another, then it's clear to me that that is happening. That's the promise. Then the price of me waking up at 4:30 in the morning, doing my meditation, getting myself ready for the day, going through this, recording myself, putting myself in a vulnerable position every day where I'm being transparent in the sense of, hey, this is what I'm doing, this is how I'm trading. I do not hold anything back. By doing that, that has allowed me to that has allowed me to clearly pay the price on that, because the promise of what I'm doing is also clear as well. Well, that's one way. Cost averaging, I learned that from Maurice Katz, another important person in my immediate circle. That's important to me. My risk management principles come from Salvatore Little, another important person in my circle. So, as you could see, just listing all those three people alone, understanding how much they have made in their lives and being around them and taking information from them, absorbing what they're doing, has allowed me to gain more perspective, allowed me a clearer understanding, and has allowed me to become a better a better teacher because of that. And then when I go to Dean Graziosi and Tony Robbins, just the added, one of the things I've learned from them, Kaizen, one step at a time, one principle at a time. Tony Robbins teaching me the art of priming myself, understanding who my target is, by the way, but what he has taught me about what I like to call the seasons of people, the spring, summer, fall, winter, and all the different ages and everything associated with that. A lot of that has influenced, again, what we're doing right over in this particular area. So, as far as I'm concerned, with this particular circle, it has allowed me to gain in strength, the perspective I have and the capabilities that I'm developing as well. And that's not to say that there's not more people that are in my circle, because that's absolutely true. There's a lot of people that are in my circle that help me achieve success in different facets, different areas of my life. And I only know that I'm grateful that my circle is ever growing and ever increasing with the positive people that I definitely want to attract in my life. Now, on the contrary, if most of the people you associate with are constantly complaining and focus on the negative side of life, the odds are you will be too. And that's the thing. I know how powerful that is, because I did at one point in time fall into that particular trap of, the what I like to call that world. I've been so grateful to have all the relationships that I've had in my time so far on this planet, this plane of existence called Earth. Yet I also understand that there were people that have given me great things in life, and then there are other people out there that were not necessarily the case. And we don't have to name names. We don't have to judge people for that moment, right? Because again, we all go through our path at different points in time. And sometimes, as someone who walks their own path, you meet people at different points in their life, because you need to gain what I like to call the perspective of life in different areas or in different viewpoints, whatever you'd like to call it. And so I would even say, even in those relationships, I did learn something that has allowed me to move forward in a beneficial way. So I am one of those eternal optimists, mind you, because I do tend to take the good out of everything, even in the not so great of circumstances. If your friends are not striving to improve their lives, or if they're struggling financially, then they're not going to challenge or inspire you to do any better. And again, we all have our different areas, our different walks of life, mind you. So there are I believe there are different focuses out there for everybody. I don't believe everyone is focused on yes, we all want to go ahead and we want to of course, improve our financial conditions, especially with what's going on with, all this recession talk. And, I don't even watch the news anymore. I don't even watch the news anymore because of how much they talk about, everything that's going on. Like it's the freaking end of the world. Like I really don't have that within my space to go ahead and really, what's the word I'm looking for? Be put in that situation anymore. But the point that I'm trying to make is not everyone is concerned about finances, really. We all have our different priorities, our different things that we want to focus on. So, in a matter of speaking, it really depends on you who you want to go ahead and what is your focus, number one? And number two, who do you know of those people that have had success in that particular priority that you want to go ahead and associate with? So, yes, finances, building it, finances, becoming the world changing emperor, becoming the 10, 11, 12 counting figure earner, becoming the global network is important for me. So I hang out with people that will allow me to go ahead and achieve those particular goals. Now, there's also other areas of my life that I want to focus on. Family is another one. Let me go ahead and take this buy trade, by the way, since we do have another buy arrow that appeared and now is closed, and that candle closed, and then the buy arrow moved over to the next arrow. So that will be another potential buy opportunity for oil as well. So our low point is 87.950. And then if I move this to about 100 points, that would be 87.849. Okay. 87.849. Cool. Put that right there. Okay, we'll do 87.847. That's fine. So we got that. Now, relationships are very important to me as well. And another great friend of mine who is also the owner of one of the best matchmaking companies out here in Denver, Abby Rosenblum, founder of The Social. That is another person that I want to go ahead and make sure I spend as much time hanging out with, because I know of the amazing relationships she has with their amazing husband, Kevin. And if I want to attract something like that into my life, chances are I need to spend more time as much as I can with Abby, because she has the relationship that I desire in my own life. So in order to attract that, I need to be around as much as I can her influence, pick up on the things that she knows and she teaches and everything like that, so that, again, I can attract what I want to desire. Unfortunately, there will be a lot of people who are trying to get ahead in life, but keep getting pulled down by the people around them. And now I will say to that, it's tough to make that, I'm sorry, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I got to make another buy trade right here. And then the low point was 87.913. So 100 points downward is 87.810, 87.810. There we go. And we do have this buy arrow, and now we have the next buy arrow moving over to the next candle right here. So we will take a look to see how that plays out here. So we're just waiting on exactly what is going to take place. All right, so the candle is going to close. So I'm going to take another buy trade right here. Now our low point would be at 87.882. 7.882. And that would make it go to about 87.780. 87.780. All right, and then we have our buy arrow moving over to the next candle. So again, we'll need to have that close within the next minute in order to go ahead and make sure we are proceeding in the right direction from there. So again, I would say that, because I was pulled in so many different directions in my, first 20, 25, 26 years on this planet, pulled in different directions by the different groups of people I was hanging out with. There wasn't necessarily a clear one true direction that I was aiming for. I was mostly just drifting in and out of places, environments, depending on where I was. So when the pandemic, it's funny, I don't make light of the pandemic. It was a very tough thing for a whole lot of people, and I definitely. And by the way, I'm just going to move that arrow right there to 87.773, just to let everybody know. But I don't make light of the fact that we all were in a pandemic, and that for the most part, it was a scary time in a lot of people's lives. And so, with that being said, now I'm just taking a look right here. So that's how many lines? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay. So I'm going to close 2 trades out. I'm going to enter one more trade. I'm going to put, because the buy arrow did move over to the next candle right here. So that would make that, if this low point is 87.841, that would make that at 87.738, 87.738. Okay, cool. So that is going on for us. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 6 open buy trades right now for US oil. So we're going to allow those trades to play out right there. But, going back to what I was talking about, going in these different directions. And for me, when the pandemic hit, what that taught me is that, I really, that was probably one of the first times I really reflected on what was going on, understanding that I was really, yes, I was in living, I was living and I was doing all the things, but I didn't really have a direction on where Jordan, of course I was I was with people and I was making people feel good and all that great stuff. But Jordan didn't know the direction he wanted to go in. So Jordan, when he took the first path in, creating the podcast on April 1st, so, my 25th birthday, created my first podcast, that was at one point the first direction on where I wanted to go. And, meeting people like, Leo Rydell, who has his own YouTube channel, Geekly Goods, he's part of that circle that has also encouraged me to really understand what it takes to be a YouTuber. I mean, if you check out Geekly Goods, it's one of the most popular YouTube channels right there. And, we're going to manifest that as well. Yet, I know that there's a lot of work, there's a lot of skill, and there's a lot of determination it takes for that channel to grow to where it is. So having him as a circle of influence to help me understand how to grow my own channel has been absolutely instrumental in wanting to do the things that I want to go ahead and do. And with that being said, I want to seek out people. You want to seek out people who believe in you, admire you, and can help you get where you want to go in life. My mission, again, I'm going to repeat my 5 different main goals, is to be a world-changing emperor, is to be a 10, 11, 12 counting figure earner, to be a global network, to be the top podcaster in the world, and to be the top Forex coach in the world. And so throughout this path, I meet people who are only going to support, aid, encourage me, and help me get to that particular place that I want to go. And I must do this actively. I must actively do this, seeking out such people to improve your circle of influence. They rarely just show up by chance. Now, I do believe there are no such thing as chances, really, or coincidences. I do believe the universe does guide you to the people that you are destined to meet based on your actions, feelings, thoughts, etc. However, they're not going to just show up at my door, and they're not going to show up in the room that I'm recording the podcast from. I must seek them out on social media. I must seek them out in my journey of wherever I want or desire to go. And I have to keep moving in that direction so that I can go ahead and continue to improve and increase that circle of influence to get me to the goals and desires that I have for myself. It is often said that misery loves company, but so does mediocrity. Don't let the fears, insecurities, and limiting beliefs of others limit what's possible for you. We all have, I'm sure we all have I'm confident we all have big dreams in ourselves. Yet we want the people that are going to say yes to those dreams, that are going to say, yes, you can do it. And, another big influence, another big circle that I'm a part of is, I believe I've talked about it, if not here, then on my Deeper Mindset Conversations, which was my Deeper Mindset Conversations, which was the mastermind group that I'm a part of. I'm very grateful to be in that particular circle of influence. And what that has done is that has allowed me to go ahead and be a part of so many great people that have gone ahead and have influenced me towards the person that I am becoming. They have provided me. In fact, the coaches have provided me with a lot of talking points that allowed me to generate ideas for some of the conversations that I wanted to have with everybody. And it's by doing that. Now, let me go ahead and take a look at this low point right here. This low point is 87.829. Okay, so it's not quite there. So I'm going to take another buy trade. Now, that 87.829 point right there, if I move that all the way down, is 87.727, 87.727, 87.727. Let's do that. Okay, perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're about 7 buy trades for oil so far. Now, one of the most important commitments, excuse me, one of the most important commitments you will ever make is to proactively and continuously improve your circle of influence. So I've only scratched the surface in the amazing people that are indeed a part of my life. I've only scratched the surface on that. There are a lot of other people that I have not necessarily talked about yet on what we're on the show right here, so to speak. And so what I will say to that is, because I'm continuously improving who I'm talking to in those realms, it has allowed me to go ahead and grow as far as not only just opportunities that are out there, information that I can go ahead, disseminate, and give to everybody, but it has also improved my capabilities, showed me what I can go ahead and do, and also allow me to start to focus on what I need to focus on. And life is an ever-growing journey. It's an ever-growing process. So the learning, the growing, it never stops. So in order for me to learn and grow, the circle that I am collecting, that I am growing and improving, the network that I'm creating must also never stop growing as well. Otherwise, I can't grow into the things that I desire for myself and more. Always seek people who will add value to your life and bring out the best in you. You'll be adding value to that person's life by helping them increase their level of personal development, which in turn will make them a better influence on you. And so again, that's, for me, I know that people have amazing strength in certain areas, relationships, money, family, fun, so, being social. Everyone has their own different strengths. Everyone has their own points where they can become a great teacher. And I value every asset of life. If I just thought of everything in terms of the monetary realm, then my circle of influence may be a certain particular way, but that's only one part of the human equation. Money is just one realm. There's other realms that we can go ahead and delve into. And again, I've talked about it before. I want to generate unlimited wealth in five realms, that being the financial, that being the physical, that being the emotional, that being the social, and that being the spiritual. And so I constantly seek people who will help me out in those five areas. I don't want to be out of balance by just focusing on one particular realm over the other. Otherwise, I'm not doing the things that would allow me to grow and be able to move forward. Sorry, I'm just making sure. Okay. So what I'm going to do, let me see here. I think what I can go ahead and do is I can move some of these pieces up, right? Maybe not. I can at least move these guys up a little bit. A7.727. All right. And then that would have been, okay, I could also move the second guy up. $7.838. And then that low point right there, or the close, I should say, is A7.876. Okay. Okay. 7.874. All right. Cool. Yeah, I think that's all I want to do for right now. Yeah, that's all I want to do for right now. Okay. So I just moved some of my lines up so that, I can go ahead and continue to secure my account. But going back to the main point right here, what we want to go ahead and do as we move forward is that we don't want to just focus on one particular area and not value the other individuals in our lives that are telling us other lessons and other important facets that we need to grow in. So you always want to grow your circle. You always want to make sure you're not hanging out with people who won't help you grow, but do understand that there are other ways that you need to approach growing that are not just focused on one specific area of your life. You have to make sure that you have an equal balanced approach to how you are growing. And that we can go ahead and also do a deeper dive in as we move forward. Now, what I also want to talk about, and we'll touch on this briefly, is a lack of personal development. Your level of success in every area of your life will rarely exceed and usually parallel your level of personal development, i.e., your knowledge, skills, beliefs, habits, etc. If you want to grow your trading account, chances are you are going to need to do things that are okay. So we had a down arrow right there, or we have a new buy arrow right there. So I'm going to place a sell right here. And then looking at, okay, so that I'm also going to close. We'll do a sell here, but we will have a buy. Okay, so the buy arrow has just disappeared on us. So this is what we'll do. All right. Okay. So the buy arrow has disappeared. So we are done with U.S. oil. So we did take a little bit of a loss on U.S. oil, but that's okay. We will go ahead and we will move forward. Just taking a look at everything else. I don't have anything for LTC. Don't have anything for Cardano. We do have something for gold coming up here in just a bit. So I'll be looking to move forward on that specifically. Platinum, we do have an opportunity that's coming up for platinum. Gold for zero, nothing, and UK oil, nothing. So let me move platinum up here. Let me move gold versus USD right here. Okay. And we'll go ahead and we will move forward from there. Okay, everybody, I'll be right back while we wait for this candle to close. Okay, everybody. So because I don't have a buy trade that's in profit, what I'll do is I'll open a new sell trade for platinum. And then I'm also going to open a new sell trade on gold as well. And again, we have a down arrow indicating a downtrend in the market. And we could see that when the down arrow popped up, the candle closed, the down arrow is still there. So we'll go ahead and we'll take that trade for gold and for platinum. So we're currently in two sell trades, one for platinum, one for gold at the moment. All we're waiting for it to do something. And LTC USD, I got nothing on LTC USD, nothing on Cardano, nothing on gold versus euro, nothing on silver, and nothing on UK oil as of yet. So currently in two sell trades for platinum and for gold. So coming back to our level of success, yes, it is going to entirely be dependent on your level of personal development. And, whether it's a knowledge thing, a skill, belief, habit, there's always going to be something that needs to be done in order to continue to have an increased level of success. And that's certainly where I take my pride in my morning routine. Before I do this, every morning starting at 4:30, I wake up, I listen to my affirmations so that I can continue to affirm my beliefs in what I'm doing, continue to have my thoughts be perpetrated by positive affirmations that move me towards the direction of where I want to go ahead and go. And through that allows me to come here, understand what I'm doing for the podcast, understand what I do want to do as far as teaching everybody how I trade. And not only does that help me on the day-by-day process, but collectively, I'm also gaining knowledge of myself in terms of what I need to do and what I what I don't need to do necessarily. And so most of us are investing time each day into developing ourselves into the level 10 person that we need to be, that are capable of attracting, creating, living, and sustaining the levels of success that we say that we want. Now, granted, I wasn't feeling myself yesterday. So I wasn't feeling, I wouldn't necessarily say I was sick, but I was definitely more than likely, tired. The universe said, "Hey, Jordan, you've been working." And I'm not here to pat myself on the back, but I just want to give you my perspective that You don't have to go level 10 every day, or well, not level 10 every day, I should say, but there are going to be times where you don't need to push or strain yourself to the point where you end up, breaking down and and dying. Like, you don't need to do that. But I will say that I would, even throughout that that even through that day, I was still able to do a little bit of something that pointed me towards the direction of what I wanted to go ahead and do. And so for that, I would say that if you can invest a little bit of time each day, whether it's at 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or an hour, towards something that is going to help you create that particular level 10 life, then that is going to allow you to move forward towards the person that you need to become in order to achieve the dreams that you want for yourself. And as a result, for not allowing yourself to pursue that level 10 life, we struggle to attain the levels of health, happiness, energy, love, personal, and professional success that we truly desire. And so as we move forward throughout this particular day and into the weeks, one thing you'll have to ask yourself is, again, I believe I talked about this when we were talking about the You Can't Hurt Me book by David Goggins, but that schedule, have you created a schedule that has allowed you to piece together what you've been doing so far? And within that schedule, has that allowed you to go through that personal development that you need in order to start living the, not level 1, not level 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, but level 10 lifestyle that you indeed deserve for yourself? All right, everybody. So I went ahead and I closed that trade out there for gold. We got 30 pips in profit. So we have a victory on that trade right there, which is very awesome. Platinum, we are still moving platinum in the right direction right there. So we're just allowing platinum to do its thing. Currently, we do not have any trades for oil, nothing for LTC, nothing for Cardano, nothing for gold versus euro, nothing for silver versus USD, nothing for, I spoke too soon. We do have a buy opportunity coming for a UK oil, so I'm going to move that upwards right there towards our pending opportunities. So I do need to wait until about 11 minutes after that candle close before we can go ahead and take that trade. So I will be monitoring that this pair right there. Just make sure we can indeed go ahead and take that trade. Make sure the error does not disappear. You guys know the drill at this point. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and allow I'm going to wait for that opportunity to come through with UK oil, and then when I have a further update for you guys, I will definitely let you know. All right, everybody, we're going to go ahead and get into a buy trade for UK oil. We could see that the buy arrow did indeed hold up. So we're going to go ahead and allow that particular trade to play out. I believe we were doing a pip counter for, I'm sorry, a point counter for this. So we're going to make that, I believe it was 200. I believe that was the case. Just take a look here. Maybe not. Maybe not. Actually, I think we did that. Okay. So I believe this is 200. So low point is 94.009. That'll work. Okay, so 200 points will be all the way down here at 93.804, 93.804. Perfect. Okay, perfect. So we've got UK oil on the way. Platinum, we're still in that trade for platinum. Right now we're in UK oil. Nothing for US oil, nothing for gold. We were already in a sell trade for gold that we won. LTC, nothing there. Cardano, nothing there. Gold versus euro, nothing there as well. So, with that being said, I am going to go ahead and allow myself to monitor these particular trades. And if there are any updates I can go ahead, share, and provide, I will definitely let you guys know. Okay, everybody, the sell arrow did disappear, so we're going to go ahead and take that loss on UK oil right there, but that's all right. We still have plenty of opportunities underway. Currently, this is what we're looking at with platinum so far. So we are indeed moving in the right direction on that. US oil, no opportunities right there. Gold, or as we already talked about, we've already had our opportunity there. LTC, nothing there. Cardano, nothing there. Gold versus euro, nothing there. And silver, nothing there as well. So I'll be on the lookout for different opportunities that come by. And when I have a further update for you guys, I will definitely let you know. Okay, everybody. So I just wanted to show off closing out platinum. We did win 30 pips in that trade. So we are done with platinum. 130 pips. We were able to move forward in the right direction on that pair. Still no opportunities for UK oil. US oil, nothing as of yet. That pair is just kind of going crazy a little bit. And gold versus USD, we already want to trade there, but no opportunities as of yet. LTC, nothing there. Cardano, nothing there. Gold versus euro, nothing there. And silver versus USD, nothing there as well. So we're going to be waiting for our next opportunity here whenever it comes. And as soon as I have that opportunity for you guys, I will definitely let you know. And we'll take it from there. All right, everybody. So let's go ahead and let's take another sell trade on. Hold on here. What just happened? Give me 1 second. Looks like my screen may have just frozen. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, so we're in a sell trade for platinum, everybody. So not to get too panic right there. So we are going to go ahead and take a sell trade. Now the high point right here is at 952.36, 952.36, 952.36. All right, perfect. Now we're going to do 200 points. So that's going to be about 954.39. Can I get a 954.39? Can't I get a 954.39? All right. Awesome. Just right there, please. All right. Let's just go a little higher then. How about right over here? Okay, that's fine. So we got 954.31 right there. So we're in a sell trade for platinum. I do not have anything for oil as of yet. Do not have anything for UK oil. Don't have anything for silver. Don't have anything for gold. Nothing for LTC USD. Nothing for Cardano. Nothing for gold versus euro as of. So with that being said, I am going to go ahead and monitor this trade for platinum as well as any other opportunities that come our way. And when I have a further update for you guys, I will definitely let you know. All right, everybody. So I just wanted to come back and say that's it. We are done with day 38 of my Forex trading journey. Another week is in the books, everyone. Super, super, super grateful to have been able to complete this trading week today. And so as we have learned, we took a win, and I'd say we took a bit of a small loss on platinum. So we went 1 for 1 right there. US oil, we didn't necessarily were successful on that, or we took a couple loss on US oil, which is perfect. We'll move forward. US oil, we took a little bit of a loss, which is fine. We'll move forward. Silver, we did not take any trades. Gold, we actually did win a trade, so we were able to win a trade on that. LTC, we did nothing. Cardano, we did nothing. And gold versus euro, we did not do anything on that as well. So with that being said, I am grateful to each and every one of you for coming on to today's call and watching, concluding another week of our journey. If you would like to get in touch with me, if you have any questions, feel free to go ahead and put a question in as a comment on the YouTube video. You can also reach me on Facebook at Jordan Rosario. You can reach me on Instagram at Jordan Rosario 777. You can also follow me on Twitter at WC_Empresario as well. So with that being said, everybody, this will be another week in the books. Be on the lookout this weekend for some more content that will be coming along. And also, when we start the trading weeks this week, we'll be looking into another pair, and adding a nice pair into our mix. So with that being said, everyone have a beautiful rest of your day today. Have a beautiful weekend. And as always, happy trading.